guys, V here, CMO and main shiny head behind Hound. I just wanted to give you a quick little demo of the platform, some of the useful features, how you can use them, how you can navigate the platform, and just overall show you what it looks like on the inside in case you haven't already signed up for a free trial. Before we dive right in, I just wanted to mention why we built Hound in the first place. We built Hound with the idea of enabling traders and investors to make better decisions when it came to the critical moment. It runs on institutional grade data, which we then aggregate through our multi-AI model. And this is what you see on the inside of the platform. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. When you first log into the platform after you've created your account, this is the page you'd be greeted with. It features the newest trade ideas, sentiment spotlight. It features an events calendar with earning calls, SEC filings, etc. Trending topics from both news and social media, and a direct link to our expert AI analyst. Navigating further down, you will see the My Watch List section. This is a page where you can build watch lists with any type of stock that you're interested in. This is what a watch list looks like typically. So this is one I've done previously. You see I've added 5 companies to this watch list. You have your daily change, your price action in the last 30 days, the return in the last 30 days, and it tells you when the next earning call is. Also the current price, or at least the latest price that the market closed at the previous day. You can open each of these companies, obviously. It takes you to the company page. It gives you the price chart for whatever time period you wish. It gives you the latest trade ideas, in addition, fundamental, sentiment, buzz stock analysis as well. But if we go back to the watch list itself, you can see that if you open the trade ideas tab right here, it gives you trade ideas on these specific companies that you've added to your watch list. Same thing goes for buzz topics, same thing goes for sentiment and for corporate events as well. It's only things that have something to do with the companies that you've picked in that specific watch list. If you want to create a new watch list, you can hit the new watch list button and either create a custom watch list with companies you're interested in, or pick from one of our ready templates right here. Next on the list is probably our most sought after feature, and this is of course the trade ideas. So once you navigate to the trade ideas page, this is what you see, a bunch of trade ideas. Of course, you can filter those out in any way you see fit. We've tried to add as many filtering options as possible. So obviously you can filter ideas that are triggered, that have been closed, that have been created, which means they're still live. You can filter out by reason for closure, whether that's stop loss, take profit, if an idea became obsolete, for example. You can filter out trade ideas that you've already seen. You can see different consensus levels, which I'm gonna get to in a minute. And you can of course play around with the progress to target marks, the target deviation and reward to risk ratios right here. Okay, so let's open a trade idea and see what it looks like on the inside. So we're gonna go with this advanced auto parts trade idea. Every trade idea page features more or less the same sections. You have your trade plan, which consists of the entry, target, and stop loss. It has a graph of how the price has moved in time, and you can of course change that to whatever time period you wish. On the right hand side, you have your overview, consisting of the bias, whether it's bullish or bearish, the consensus between the different AI analysts, the status, the weights of the different AI analysts. So in this particular case, we have a technical, news, and fundamental analyses, which this idea is based on. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I just want to run you through the other important sections before that. So you have your idea, like basically a summary of the idea itself. You have your edge, so what's unique about this idea, and you have your top 3 catalysts to watch out for. And if we move down to the analysts' opinions section, where it features the fundamental, the technical, and news analysis. Here you can read in detail what this idea is actually based on. So in this particular case, we have the fundamentals analysis right here, the reasons, the potential risks, and all of this is based on the most recent fiscal report from this company. It's from Q4 2025, and you can see the filing date was the 13th of February. The time of this recording is the 19th of February, so the data is pretty fresh. You can of course open the report and read it in detail along with all relevant information. And more or less the same goes for the other analysts' opinions. So if we navigate to news, for example, we can see the reasons, the potential risks, and we can see the news articles that these reasons and risks are based on. So we can open a specific article, read it in detail, or just get the key facts from this bullet list right here. Next on the list, we have BuzzTalk, which is right under trade ideas in the menu. So in BuzzTalk, you have your most active companies. You can see what company has been talked about the most on news and social media in the last 7 days, 1 month, or a year. Underneath that, you have 2 individual data streams. The left-hand one is news, the right-hand one is social. We run our own taxonomies on these, so we tag different pieces of content with relevant tags, so we can make connections between different news articles and different social media posts, and we can generate ideas based on those, and also sentiment as well. So if we open a specific news article, you see a summary here, you see the tags underneath it, and you see the key facts. So essentially, a news article of about 1500 words has been summarized in a really neat bullet list, so it's easily digestible and you can make better decisions quicker. All right, the next feature on the list is sentiment analysis. It's probably one of our most underrated features, and I think that's primarily because people struggle with using it. It's not the easiest to navigate around, but let me just quickly guide you through it. Essentially, if I'm not 100% sure on what I want to invest in, let's say I don't have a particular company in mind or a particular sector, I would just go to sentiment analysis and start with sectors. So we're gonna do it the other way around. So we're gonna look at what sectors are hot at the minute. We look at the overall sentiment and look at somewhere between 60 and 70, let's say, is a good number. So it's overall positive. In this particular case, let's go with electronic technology. We'll drill down, we see the overall sentiment for the sector is 70. We can see how that has changed in the last month or a year. And then if we navigate further down, we can pick a specific industry we want to further examine. So let's say we go with semiconductors in this particular case, because I see the sentiment is pretty strong there, 75, which makes it hot at the minute. So again, you can see how this has changed in up to a year prior to you viewing this, and then you can scroll down and find a company in this particular industry and sector. So at the minute, Nvidia is pretty hot. Obviously, the overall sentiment is 83. So if we open Nvidia, the company page, it takes you directly to the sentiment. It gives you the price and the sentiment correlation in this little graph here. And again, you can navigate back in time and see how that has fluctuated over this particular period. You have your BuzzTalk, so news and social media connected to Nvidia, and of course you have trade ideas connected with this specific company as well. So at this point in time, I would, if I had any open trade ideas, any created trade ideas, I would probably just pick one and probably just put that trade in just because I see the overall sentiment is very good. Next on the list, we have the corporate events page. Not a lot to say here. The clue is in the title. It's a calendar featuring all relevant earning calls, SEC filings, etc., corporate events connected to all the stocks we have available. You can read all of these in detail, of course, and you can filter out based on company, quarter, whether it's analyzed or not, and of course based on the ticker you're interested in. Last but not least, we have AI Discovery Bot. It's important to mention that this isn't just a generic large language model wrapper. Yes, the foundational infrastructure is based on an LLM. Depending on when you use the platform, it could be Gemini or it could be Perplexity. But actually, the way the AI bot functions is by using our proprietary synthetic data sources that we have plugged in, as well as our premium institutional level data that costs tens of thousands of dollars a month. So I really hope this video is useful. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see a detailed breakdown or a tutorial on any feature in the future. If you want to see a tutorial on our personal workflows, how we go about using Hound on a daily basis for monitoring social, news, picking trade ideas, also let me know. I'll be glad to do a video on that. See you on the inside.